Hi, and welcome to another review on Rocks Network. Today I'm going to be talking about a film that's causing quite a stir. Moonage Daydream. The film about the life and the music of genius David Bowie. It's called a documentary film and written and directed, produced and edited by Brett Morgan. It includes previously unreleased footage from Bowie's own personal archives, including live concert footage, background footage from live shows, and all sorts of goodies, all intermixed in a melting pot of audio and visual delights. Reaction to Moonage Daydream has been mixed, to say the least, since its world premiere at the 2022 Cannes Film Festival. Many people have fallen in love with Bowie again and the film Moonage Daydream. Others really can't see what the fuss is all about, or just plain hate it. The reasons why we'll explore. First of all, let's say what Moonage Daydream is not. It is not a fly-on-the-wall documentary. It is not a concert film. What it is an homage to David Bowie. A man that was very random, that was constantly self-evolving, reinventing himself. He was an artist. He was a video maker. He was a mime artist. He was a musician. He was a videographer. He was in movies. And this film encapsulates Bowie's way of working, way of thinking. So for some people, it may seem disjointed. It may seem as if it goes backwards or forwards in time. And they don't like that. They want something more of a chronographic nature. Bowie's mind never worked like that. He was constantly moving forward, while at the same time constantly looking behind him, as well as in front of him indeed. So I think what Brett's done is created a visual and audio representation of the way David Bowie worked, intermixed with some absolutely stunning music, very well produced, very well remixed. There's lots of reworkings of Bowie songs. In amongst it is mine from David Bowie, clips that he recorded himself as like video art pieces. It shows him doing paintings. It even takes us a little peek into his romantic life, particularly with his widowed lover. The soundtrack itself has no less than 45 songs, including remasters, special mixes of classic songs and songs that you may not have heard, deep cuts like DJ and V2 Schneider and A New Career in a New Town. Some of these may be brand new to fans of David Bowie who haven't had all of his albums, so to speak. Tony Visconti has done a brilliant job of producing the audio, and the mixing engineer Janek Zekna, I apologise if that's an incorrect pronunciation I should say. I've done a fantastic job of Brett Morgan's musical mashups. Again, David Bowie was always experimenting with his music, so I personally think he would have loved the way the songs have been brought right up to date with new visuals and new sound effects. I think he would have been delighted with how his music has been brought right up to date in 2022. As I said, Bowie purists may well dislike Moonage Daydream. If they're the sort that hate the idea of remixes and republishing Bowie's work in a format that isn't the absolute carbon copy of the ones they've got on good old vinyl and 8-track. They have their point of view, of course, but if we don't move forward, we're doing Bowie a disservice, because Bowie was always moving forward. Looking at the film itself, yes, it is jumbled. It jumps backwards and forwards. It jumps into his personal life and then back out into his live personas. It looks at his Berlin work and his time there, along with his time in the United States. Plus it looks at, of course, Ziggy Stardust. Why wouldn't it? By moving backwards and forwards in time, it helps the viewer understand how Bowie constantly was reinventing himself, but at the same time elements of previous Bowies, if you like, were always there in his mind. He was one person with many faces. So you could see this more as an art movie. Something that if David Bowie had had the opportunity or the time or even the inclination to do something like this is something he would have done himself. He was always keen to explore new musical and visual territories. So if you are going to see it, don't expect a live concert film. Don't expect a quite static moving documentary. We've already had those, and you could say, do we need another? I think everything that could be said about Bowie's life has already been said. This is more of a celebration of the life, the loves, the music and the art of Mr. David Bowie. And as such, it is a fitting homage and a way of remembering what a genius that guy was.
Are you there, David?
You're aware of a deeper existence.
Are you there, David? Are you there, David?
Maybe a temporary reassurance that indeed there is no beginning, no end. And you find yourself struggling to comprehend a deep mystery.
This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. And the papers want to know whose shirts you wear.
Ever since I was 16, I was determined we'd have the greatest adventure that only one person could ever have.
I'm an alligator. I'm a mama papa calling for you. I'm the space invader. I'll be a rock and roller bitch for you.
And how about the shoes? Are those men's shoes or women's shoes or bisexual shoes?
They're shoes, silly.
What's your fantasy?
Bowie.